turn to Chapter 4, Lesson 1, Estimating Products of Fractions. Please turn to page 257. So when we talk about estimations, again, in this case we're talking about fractions. So we're going to use the word benchmark, which means we're going to get comparable numbers. In this case, our comparable numbers are 0, 1/2, 1, and then whole multiples of our number. So we're looking for multiples, whole multiples. All right, let's look at the real world example. All right, in our real world example, we have a wildlife preserve that has 16 tigers and about a third of which are male. The tigers are represented by the counters below. Can you separate the counters into 3 equal groups? Well, let's see. If we put 5 in a group, there's 5, there's 5, and there's 5. Oh, look, this little dude is left out. So the answer to that is no. Fill in the multiples of 3 on the number line. So 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Which one is closest to 16? That would be 15, this guy right here. Now, how many jumps does it take to get there? It takes 5 jumps to get there. So we know that there's approximately 5 male tigers in a preserve of 16 tigers, which makes it sense because you don't want too many males fighting over females. All right, let's turn the page. All right, so first we're going to look at estimating using comparable numbers. This is when we're multiplying fractions and whole numbers. So we're multiplying a fraction times a whole number. So we need to whole number. So we need to look at multiples of the number. In this case, we have 1/4 times 13. Well, we know that 4, the closest multiple would be 12, which would be 12 over 4, which is 3. So our estimate is 3. If we do the math of this problem, we have 1/4 times 13 over 1, which is 13/4. We know again we get 3 whole with the remainder of 1. So oops, sorry, don't put a cloud around that because that's our actual answer. So our actual answer is 3 1/4. We said our estimate is 3. That's a good estimate. Let's look at the next problem. Now, in the book, they're going to round 2/5 to 1/5. I'm going to leave it as 2/5. I don't think that the way they did it makes a lot of sense. So if I look at 2/5 and I make that 10, that goes into a 2. So again, I think that the answer is somewhere around 4. Let's look at the problem and see what the answer is. The answer for this particular problem is 22 over 5, which is 4 2/5. And again, my answer is comparable. All right, find comparable numbers and get estimates for these 3 problems. When you're done, turn the video back on. All right, pause the video. Pause the video. All right, so for A, 16 is close to 15, so I got 3 as my estimate. For B, 12 is close to 13, so I got 10 as my estimate. And for C, 23 is close to 24, therefore I got 18 as my estimate. Hopefully yours are about the same. Now we're going to look at fractions multiplied by fractions. Turn the page. Okay, so now we're going to estimate using 0, 1/2, or 1. Because we know that when we multiply fractions times fractions, if they're proper fractions, we know that the answers are going to fall somewhere between 0 and 1. So, again, we want to come within that margin. In this case, a third and then 7/9. That's close to 1, so a third of 1 is 1/3. So if I do the math again, 1/3 times 7/9 is 7 over 27. And again, 9 over 27 is 1/3. 7 over 27 is close to 1/3. So we're looking for something comparable. Now, I could have changed 1/3 to 1/2, but it's already a third, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it at a third. Does everybody understand? So again, my estimate for this problem would be 1/3. In the textbook, they said 1/2. Is 1/3 and 1/2 close to each other? Of course they are. They fall between 0 and 1/2. So again, both are excellent examples. And in this case, I got 7 over 27. All right, let's look at the next problem. In example number 4, I have 1/9 times 4/5. 1/9 is close to 0, and 4/5 is close to 1, but anything multiplied by 0 is going to get us 0. So I know that my answer is going to be somewhere very, very close to that. So again, we know that this answer is about 0. Let's look at the math of it and see what we get. We get 4 over 45. And 4 over 45 is roughly 1/9, which is 0.1, or 1/10. So again, it's going to be closer to here than it is going to be to 1/2. All right, now it's your turn. Again, you're estimating using benchmarks of 0, 1/2, and 1. Good luck. Pause the video. See you soon. Did you get what I got? So again, on D, I said that's about 1/2 times 1, which is 1/2. In E, both of them are close to 1, so 1 times 1 is 1. And then F, the first one is close to 1, the second one's close to 0. So again, my estimate is 0. And again, these are estimates. I know that the answer to F is not 0, but it also isn't going to be a big number. We know that all these answers are going to be less than 1. Less than 1. When you're multiplying fractions times fractions that are not improper, that are less than 1, your answer will always be less than 1. Turn the page. Alright, so now we have a real world problem. Estimate the area of the flower bed. The flower bed is 14 7/8 feet by 6 1/8 feet. So again, 14 7/8 is close to 15. And 6 1/8 is close to 6. So 15 times 6 is 90. How do I know that? Because 15 doubled is 30. And I have 3 groups of 30. So I know that the answer is somewhere around 90. 90 feet squared. Alright, now it's your turn. Get the guided practice done. See you soon. Pause the video. Okay, so check your answers with mine. Number 1, I got approximately 2. 2, I got approximately 10. 3, I got approximately 0. 4, I got approximately 28. 5, I've got approximately 33 feet. And 6, I got approximately 240 feet squared. And then again, why do we do estimations? To prevent silly mistakes. You make enough mistakes on your own. If you do estimates, they will help you from making those silly mistakes. All right, have a great day. Do your homework. See you tomorrow. Bye.